Good morning from Mission Control at OxidanSky headquarters. Welcome to the Falcon 9, aSpIrM-3 mission. We prepare for launch at the flight-proven IridiumNEXT launch site. aSpIrM is a mission by OxidanSky to emulate the remaining IridiumNEXT launches with SpaceX. I'm Joe Pregnancer, Falcon 9 Principal Integration Engineer, and I will guide you through today's mission. Today's mission is about emulating the Iridium 7 launch where they introduced their launch playlist. This means we have to emulate that too. My first reaction was, cut it. I'm a rocket integration engineer and not a freaking pot-smoking head-banging DJ. So I threatened to resign. But the OxidanSky team pointed out that we have always been a very musical space agency. Just look at our blog. And it's true. Nearly every in post contains links to songs and lyrics, not to mention the send-off songs and dances for our satellites on previous launches. Do you know that I was modeled after John Insprucker of SpaceX? When I heard that Insprucker wants to curate a playlist, I thought, I can do this DJ stuff, I have to do it. And I will absolutely rocket it. I will probably go to hell for doing this, but at least I'll be in good company. See you there, Insprucker. Gee, I'm getting so carried away by this DJing thing that I haven't yet talked rockets. Today's mission is about deploying 10 Iridia satellites, emphasis on deploying. And on getting awesome visuals of that. How close can we get to recreating these images of the string of pearls floating into space? But before you see our first liftoff, the rockets are still grounded on Launch Pad 2 until the launch team has worked off their 15 steps launch checklist. LP2 is very aptly called Get Lost. First up is OS3, also known as Archie. The rocket called Archie has been playing second fiddle to the other vehicles in this fleet so far. Will this variation of satellite deployment give Archie its long-awaited break? How is your inner flame? Does it still burn a lot? Well, not yet, but soon. The rocket is in startup and we hope she's not going to burn down the house that's right next to the beautiful IridiumNEXT launch site. We nonetheless have to play burning down the house. Firstly because I'm a talking head myself. And a talking head only. I have no legs, in case you might be interested. But seriously, this one goes out to Iridium boss Matt Desch. We salute you with this song and with our first launch. You're awesome and a great source of inspiration to our whole OxidanSky team. We are now moving on to our first launch. And guess who is going to count down for us? It's the man himself. Awesome. Thanks for doing this, Matt. The launch timer is all yours.
This is Matt Desch, honorary member of OxidanSky with a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we have a liftoff. Liftoff of the Falcon 9. The trajectory is nominal. Look how steady she goes, while the rocket is making its way up. Let me briefly tell you about the payload Archie is carrying. 10 shiny glittering self-inflating Spongebob satellites are competing to achieve the mission goal, delivering visuals of the satellites deployed in a chain-like formation. We have stage separation and the satellites have deployed. While we are waiting for visuals, let's take a look at the rocket coming down. Well, it's not coming down on the parachute. It's the love of our aSpIrM program that tears our rockets apart again and again, and the love of tinkering and bolting that makes them ready to fly the next mission. Look, here's proof of OxidanSky's engagement in scientific research that doesn't shy away from getting the hands dirty. Archie is briefly taking a sample of the soil at the launch site to have it analyzed for the annual security check of the premises. While the first images are coming in, we are informed that the satellites travel wayward at an enormous speed. That might call for a lot of involuntary walks roaming and combing fields, forests and mock heaps. So glad I don't have to be there. Damn, we should have equipped them with this, Iridium payload thingy to be able to track them and to avoid the tedious hikes. But we have briefly seen the satellites and caught a faint image of the chain of blue pearls. So that's our first score on mission accomplishment. Next on the pad is OS2. The rocket is aSpIrM. The lady had some work done recently, a nose job and some refitting to the default configuration. But the lady don't mind. The lady don't mind because the lady carries some important stuff, 10 Iridia satellites with features. Look at this degree of technical sophistication. Here you get a view of the main mission antenna. Its purpose is to impress you. The white Lego box on top is the flare and payload. Gee, I absolutely rock at this thing.
3, 2, 1, liftoff.
We have successful deployment of the satellites. They wanted to get out of the mothership and fly away. Look how beautifully they are set against those little fluffy clouds, and, holy diver. Just look at the beautiful sight of them coming down again. And yes. Awesome. Here you have the string of pearls floating in the sky. Mission goal accomplished. The sats basically made a return to launch site. That's how we got those incredible overhead shots. We know. We know. What I want you guys to appreciate, the spectacular stuff is not the hard one. Getting those very unspectacular pictures was the real challenge for us at OxidanSky. Space in the payload bay of our Falcon 9s is very tight. To fit in 10 satellites that can be deployed in a sequence without getting in each other's way and making them visible during their short flight was the real stunt that we have been elaborating on for a long time, taking different approaches to increase the odds of mission success. aSpIrM, in your face. Tried to beat me as a DJ. We quickly turn to a previous launch of aSpIrM where she is supposed to deploy 10 gold-wrapped Iridia satellites into the blue sky. We really have to get lucky to make this one work. The way the satellites are assembled and mounted to the rocket is highly error-prone. We were up all night to work some of the issues, but let's see whether it was good enough. In a quick succession of events we see stage separation and satellite deployment. Yes, they're on their way. So we got fairly lucky. You can see that only 5 of the 10 satellites have deployed, so we cannot see the whole string of pearls, but it's still a lovely sight and a great accomplishment. Well, when tiny shiny objects that fly in the sky, be it day or be it night, cast their bright white light, then, my dear friends, then we are all captivated. It touches our hearts and, ooh, no one is beyond that. Just saying. Ah. Look how they glisten and glint in the sunlight. This is so beautiful. We are now coming up to the technical highlight of this launch series, a flight with bolt-on-offs onboard camera. Will the camera stay put this time? Will it work properly? Is the world pretty from above? Find out in part 2 of our super awesome rockin' webcast. Because, ooh, the best is yet to come.